Have you not been brave enough to hop into the Dark Citadel yet? There's a ton of really great loot. You're going to see some at the end of this run. I have a complete breakdown of all of the wings of the Dark Citadel. I have explanations for how you're going to run through them, what the boss fights look like. If you've done a little bit of it and you have a kind of a basic understanding, you can use the timestamps below to make sure that you get to the bosses that you want to learn how to do. As we get into each boss, I'm going to stop and explain how to do it, and then we'll show you from my perspective what the boss fights look like as we go. I'll explain everything as I go throughout the run. The boss fight specifically, we're going to stop, explain it, and then we're going to go through the fights. This is a lot of fun. It takes some coordination to get through some of the boss fights, so hopefully you guys find this very helpful. Let's check out the runs. All right, so we're just going to go through. If anyone has a perfect interdiction block chance for 1 billion, I think. Is that what it's going for? That seems cheap. So we're just going to go through and we're going to look for all of these little symbols on the map. These are your treasury wardens. Once we get up to 2, which for right now we're at 1 out of 4, then we're just going to go run past everything and we're going to go find the door. So here's the door. We found the door. So we're at 2 out of 4. So we're just going to head into the next room. So this room in here, we're going to click on the siphons, and then we just run around and stay inside of the siphons. If you see the little bar on the mini map, that is how long we have until the siphons end. And then we're going to get these guys to spawn the ward stones. We pick up the ward stone, and then we put the ward stone into this spot over here. Somebody picked up the ward stone, put it into the slot here in the ceiling ward. And then we're going to move on through. So now we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to run all the way through here. We're going to kill everything until we get, you can see a little bar filling up right here where the treasure is. These rewards, they just give you more when we actually kill the boss. So we're just working towards getting better rewards when we get through the boss fight. Now we've got 3 out of 4. We need to kill 1 more, and then we just find the entrance, which is right here. So all we're going to do is run down. Okay, so we're at 4 out of 4. Now we're going to go into the next room. So for this room here, this is why you have to do this with someone else. So we're going to split up the party. 2 people go down one side, and then 2 people go down the other side. So we run through. You can't go through there without one person opening up the door. So now we kill monsters in here until the boss spawns. You're going to have a little boss that's going to spawn. It's waiting. Oh, here it is. Sorry. It spawned already. So it's right here. You have to just stand on the platform. It opens the door. Now we pick up the ward stone, and then we go put that into the ceiling area. And then we have to wait for the other team to do it, and then we can move through. So we do the same thing again. Start the siphon in the next room. Stand inside the siphon. You wait for this ceiling ward to finish its little timer. Once the timer's done, we're going to rinse and repeat. The boss will appear in one of these rooms over here. You open up the room, so you can see a little mini map, the little circle. You open up the room, kill the ward guardian, pick up the ward stone, and then you run the ward stone into the ceiling ward here. Wait for the other team to do it, and while your other team is doing that, you can just kill monsters as they spawn. This is why you have to do it with 2 people. Normally, one person will run down one side, one person runs down the other side. You can meet up as soon as these are done. So in order to open them, remember you just stand by the little door here. Gonna open it up, let the boss out. And then you'll get yours. Now we've already done ours, so we just have to wait on our teammates to do theirs. What's cool about this is that what Blizzard did is they didn't lock gear behind it. They only locked cosmetics. So the gear is good, but it's the same gear that you can get anywhere else in the building. So Abracadabra and Kath. Go stand on some of the little platforms over here. So if you look, we got to stand on one of these. That will open up the door where the boss is. So you just got to find the boss. There you go. Perfect. That was the symbol for the stone. And we're good to go. Now we get your first cache. We haven't finished the wing yet. We're just going to get some gear. So we got a GA, we got some scrolls, we got some pants, and then we got a Citadel coin cache. So now we're going to repeat what we did in the first one. We're going to go find the little treasure guys so we can work up our stacks again. Or if we have to find the gateway, which normally the gateway in here is in the middle. We're going to go find the thing in the middle, the gateway, somewhere in here. Right here, here's the gateway. So what you do is these guys that have these little glowy things around them, when you kill them, they drop a shard, and you run the shard over the gateway here. So you pick up the shard, you run it over the platform, and you can see it puts in one little symbol right here. Hey, Jay. So now we have almost all of them done. When we kill the last one, everybody needs to stand on the platform so that they can activate it and we can take the gateway together. So now we're going to get a debuff that's going to stack up. These little bubbles are throughout the entire floor. When you're not standing in it, your debuff starts to stack up right here. When you stand inside of it, it refreshes it. So as we're running through and we're looking for the next portal, we're going to run through, and you have to make sure that you just hop into one as you run. This is how you're going to clear that debuff and not die. So you guys are free to run through. And just look. There's pretty much no times where you're not going to be able to find one. They're all over the place, so you don't have to worry too much about dying. Hopefully. You just keep on running around. We find what we're looking for. We found my debuff stacks were getting kind of high, but I found one of these symbols here. We found the portal again, so we got to wait for everybody to get here. So once everybody gets here, we can open up this portal, and then we can take the portal back up. So it's active, so we'll just wait for everybody to catch up. And we'll just do this again. So if somebody activates it before they need to, you just wait, but it should stay active the whole time. So we'll go up to the next floor. So we're at the top. We have to find the Khazra treasury now. So just like the first phase, going to run through and look for the little symbols on your mini map that look like this right here, treasury wardens. We want to get back to 2 out of 4 before we move on to the next zone. You just send people around to scout, kill these guys. Here's the next area, but we're going to keep on going. We're not going to move into the next area because we want to find more of the Khazra treasury wardens. So as that bar fills up, the red bar there, then we'll move on once we get this last one here. This should be it. That was it. That's 2 out of 4. So now we're going to head run back. Thank you for the follow. And we're going to go back into the next zone. Do another little mini game. And then we're going to do our next 2 out of 4. In here, we have a boss. It's dead. We're going to get some loot. Now remember, we're running Spiritborn, and the Spiritborn are very strong. So this might not go the same on every single class, but this is how that goes on this one here. Now we're going to go back and find our Khazra treasury warden. We're going to go back to 4 out of 4. That is our next section. Once we hit 4 out of 4, we are going to find the boss, and this should be the final boss. This boss is probably the trickiest out of all of them. So now that we're at 4 out of 4, we're going to run straight through until we find. So normally the easiest way to do that, you just run along the edge until you find the entrance here, which is this. So this is the actual boss fight for the floor. I'm going to go ahead and explain this to everybody. This one is tough. It's going to require 2 phases. Don't attack, because as soon as you kill those guys, the boss fight starts. So how this works. When we start, we kill the 2 guys standing here, the boss will spawn. You're going to kill the boss down to You're going to kill the boss down to about 70%, somewhere around there. When that happens, the boss cannot die anymore. A whole bunch of those other gatekeeper ads that are going to spawn, just like we did on the floor below, where we had to collect the little pieces of shards to put in here to activate the portal. The boss is going to pick a random person, and that person will have aggro of the boss. How that works is you'll see this little, almost like a ghostly shroud running from the boss to you. If you have that on you, you run to the edge, and you just slowly move as the boss tries to do attacks to you. Make sure that you stay along the edge. Do not worry about killing any ads. Don't worry about attacking anything. You just slowly move around as the boss chases you around. You want to avoid having the boss run straight through the middle here, because what happens is that most people, unless you have solid defenses, which is why I'm running the Materials Might for this build, for this fight specifically, it will one-shot you. There are a couple things that you need to know about being up top. Occasionally, you will get this gigantic pulsing red circle underneath your feet. It is going to follow you around no matter where you go. So as it follows you, make sure you run to the edge, and it's going to eventually drop on the ground. When it drops on the ground, it's going to hurt. So pop a potion and then run outside of it. When we collect all of the shards for this little platform here, I'm going to click on it. I'm going to go down another floor. Everybody else is going to stay up top. When I go down, I'm going to fight 2 guardians. I'm going to put in 2 of the ward stones. The boss is going to teleport down, and then I'm going to kill the boss and then take a scroll. When I'm down there, everybody else's job is going to be to collect pieces of the portal here. When I'm ready, I'll say I'm done. I'll type it in chat, or I'll say it over voice. You activate the portal and it brings me back up. If you don't bring me back up in time, I'm going to die. Then when I come back up, I put the scroll in here, the boss becomes attackable again, and then we repeat the whole process all over again. So that is this fight. This fight requires the most coordination out of any of the fights. So we're going to get started. You guys can see what this looks like as we do it. So let's kill the boss. So boss is going to spawn here. And then as the boss spawns, we're going to kill the boss down to this point right here. We're going to start creating the platform here. So if you can see, if you have that white line on you, run out of the circle. Okay, so if you have the white line on you, stay along the edge. Perfect, right there. So now that the boss is not in the middle, I'm going to go down to the bottom. Okay, so now that we're in the bottom, I'm going to start killing things. We got the 2 ward stones here. I'm going to put the ward stones in. The boss is going to come down, so you guys got to bring me back up. The soul essence is going to drop here, and I'm just going to hang out in the middle and wait for everybody to bring me back up. So now you just got to kill all of the ads up top. While you're on the bottom, you can actually see the platform being built. So you know that your friends up top are bringing you back. And you'll only have a couple seconds, so don't really run too far. Don't run all the way across the map, exploring things. You want to stay right close to the very beginning here, so that your friends can bring you up. You have an impending doom above your head. So you just saw that light up. That means that they put some little shards on there, which is great. And now it's going to bring me back up. So I stand in the middle here, I run over, I put in the scroll here. Now the boss is attackable. We attack the boss again, and now all of the realm guardians are going to spawn. We're going to start bringing all back over all of the pieces. And then as we go, once we get enough in here, I'm going to open up and I'm going to go down to the bottom. But once I'm down to the bottom, we just rinse and repeat again. Oh, okay. Perfect. Okay, so let's grab these here. We'll put the soul stones in. Soul stones in. All right. And then we just got to wait for them to bring me back up. Just keep my barrier up. Keep refreshing things. Just keep on attacking. Keep your barrier refreshed. Keep your life up. Hope that you're... Okay, so if you guys could... I haven't started a barbarian yet, but Mighty Throw seems to be the way to go. How's it going up there? You guys got to bring me back up. Think we're gonna wipe again? Going to die. Okay, we made it. I lived. All right, and there we go. That is the final phase. So once we got back up to the top, you just put the scroll back in, and then you kill the boss. That is one of the rounds all done. Hey, what's up, Randy? Okay, so we're gonna start this round off the exact same way. If you guys saw in that last one, oh shoot, I forgot to sell. If you saw in that last one, I didn't die at all standing inside of anything because I put on Tyrael's Might for that. So, oh yeah, you're good. Yep. So we're just gonna rinse and repeat here. Am I going back to? What? Can I not stealth anymore? Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah. Mighty Throw is a lot of fun though, because I bought the expansion pack and I have just been stubbornly making a sword work. Okay, so why would you buy the expansion pack but not at least try it out then? But I mean, there are a lot of people that don't want to try it because it's so overpowered. So, and I understand that, but just to see how the class works, that was really, really cool. And that was a really, really fun part of building the Spiritborn and learning. Before I knew anything about it, it was really, really fun to build. Okay, so now, so these little guys that we just killed here, they are called gatekeepers. They have like inner tubes around them. So those guys are going to have a really big part to play in this. We're just going to remember those inner tube dudes. So we now are at 3 out of 4, so we just need to get to 4 out of 4, and then we just need to find our way through into the next one. Okay, 4 out of 4. We're going to head in through the next area. I'm just going to run around the edge, and we're going to find it. Here's the next one. So inside of these here, one person has to stand on one platform, and then one person has to stand on the other platform, and then it's going to open up the portal in the middle. Then everybody goes into the portal. So in this one, the way these work now, when we start this siphon, these are going to open up and we're going to have to place different things on them. So you're going to, just like normal, we're going to wait and we're going to watch above on the mini map. Once this is done, the doors will start to open, and then we're going to have to go grab out the items that are inside of it. So now they've opened. So you run in. We're going to go open up another siphon. We're going to wait for this siphon to go, and then that should open up a portal. So everybody can hop in their own if they want to. Or everybody can go into the same one. Doesn't really matter. But if you spread them out, then the encounter lasts is shortened. So there was our little gatekeeper guy. We'll go do a couple of the other siphons now. So if you spread people out, it'll help speed up your time. I'm going to leave everybody here. Go do that one, and I'm going to go do another one. We're going to head down here, and we're going to open up this last one. We wait until the inner tube dudes spawn. That is the official term. Inner tube dudes. Right there. Inner tube dude. Got him. So now our platforms are going to open up on this side here. And we're going to go into the portals. Take the portal. We're going to go run straight to this room in here. We're going to just start fighting things. When you start fighting things, we're going to open up the next door because we killed this here. We're going to take the sigil stone. So make sure you grab the sigil stone in your areas. We're going to go back up into the portal with the sigil stone. And I'm going to run the sigil stone into my area here. So we have to put it into this correct side, so the symbols have to match. And once we get the 2, now we head in. We get our chest. For the chest here, same thing. We're gonna get some Citadel coins. I forgot to go sell, so I'm gonna have to do that after this run here. I'm full. But you got your Citadel coins. Those are gonna be used to get cosmetics. There's not really much that is really worth buying with the Citadel coins other than the cosmetics at first. Once you do that, there's some ancestral chests and stuff that you can buy. I would highly suggest not buying the Scrolls of Restoration. They are so abundant. It is pretty crazy how many Scrolls of Restoration we get, so don't waste your coins on those. Save them for the sweet cosmetics, because you know what they say. You can't do good if you don't look good. Okay, so we're at 2 out of 4. We already have the gate unlocked, so we're going to head over to the gate. Gonna run it on through. So again, someone stands on one platform, you stand on the other. That's gonna open up your portal. We're gonna go inside the portal. Now, next floor, same exact thing, right? You remember these from the other floor. We are going to be traveling through. We have to, and it tells you right here if you look, protect yourself using from death using the soul dampeners. So the soul dampeners remove that little debuff on the top, and then we're traversing to find the labyrinth. Let's try words again. Traverse the realm of oblivion to the depth of the labyrinth of souls. Words are tough. Words are tough. I know, Log. I know. Gonna keep on running through. Just take some little pit stops at the soul dampeners. See, I think that they're heading the right way. I think it's that way. It feels like it's this way. Soul dampener, and then, yep, it's right over here. So here's the next one. One person is going to stand on one of the platforms, one of the person is going to stand on the other. That'll open up your portal. Now we're going to take the portal back up to the top. Once we're in here, we're going to see if this works again. So everybody's spread out across the boss room for this one. So we just want people around all over the place. So spread out around the room. And then what happens is you click on the barrier ward. Works every time. And then you kill the boss. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Everybody's supposed to stand in the barrier ward. Silly me. Then you go res your friends that you just tricked into dying. Whoops. Jeez. God, what kind of a monster? Throws their own friends right into the fire. Ugh. Jeez. Brutal. Alright. So now we're going to take the portal. And we continue on. God, can you imagine dying in the Dark Citadel to a boss like that? Moving on, we're gonna go find our Azra treasury. Ooh, hey, look, resplendent chest. Psych. See what we got here. See what we get from the resplendent chest. This is actually the first time that I found a resplendent chest. So let's kill some stuff over here. A nice cursed chest. We have to massacre enough enemies. I think that should be pretty easy to do. Killed enough. Another 20 seconds left, and we'll see what we get out of the chest. I'm assuming we're probably going to get some more, maybe chests or caches, maybe some gear. All right, let's take a look. Kind of excited. From the resplendent chest, we got a bunch of mats. We got 2 rawhide. The rawhide shortage is over. 2. Perfect. That's it. All right, let's go find our last. So we found our last one. We know where the dungeon entrance is to the boss room here. So we're going to go head over there. This is it. All right. So how this is gonna work. This one is a tough one. So the only thing that makes this tough is you have to stay on top of the boss. Somebody at all times has to stay on top of the boss. I'll do that. But what everybody else is gonna have to do, so make sure you guys are paying attention. As soon as we start the encounter, these doors are gonna open up. We're gonna start by putting ward stones into the soul ward. First is going to be 1, then 3, and then 5. So there's going to be 1, 2, and then there's going to be 3, 4, and then the 5th one is going to be at the very top. There's going to be a lighted path that you can follow to get to them, but there's always going to be 1 out here, 1 out here, 1 up at the top, and then the 2 right here. You're going to have to kill the inner tube dudes. Remember, inner tube dudes. So if you see the inner tube dudes, kill them. Those are the ones you got to kill to unlock the doors. As we go through, I will stay on the boss. If nobody's on the boss and they're not killing the ads that the boss is spawning, it is Meteor City, and they hurt like heck. Official terms. Meteor City. So let's start this encounter. I'm going to stay on the boss. Everybody's going to run out and grab the ward stones. Let's do it. Okay, so they're open. So I'm just going to follow the boss around. Everybody else is going to go run out. So I'm going to kill the ads as they spawn. As the ads spawn, that's where all of the meteors are going to come from. So now we're just going to walk around. Kill. They're going to go collect the soul stones. The boss will get automatically teleported to the center of the room. And so will you, as long as you stay on top of them. So the portals work just the same way. We just make sure we keep on killing monsters. Don't want to... Oh, there's one. So this linked one, that's the one that you want to make sure you're killing. That could end up real bad if you miss it. He was hiding behind the wall over there. So make sure you're looking out for those link connections here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the way that those go. So now the boss is there. He's teleporting me and himself back. So now the boss is going to come active again. Now we have to find 5 of them. So make sure that we get all 5. I'm going to follow the boss. So you guys are all going to just spread out as we go. I'll kill all of the ads. Boss is just going to wander around wherever he feels like going. Wherever he feels like going. We're just going to keep on killing these so he doesn't drop the meteors of death. Meteor City. Sounds like something that would be selling stereos. You just got to trust your friends that they're going to go out, find these things. So that was the one that was linked. They had that like little soul sort of link that was going to the boss. You want to make sure you kill those real quick. So now they've gotten all 5. We're going to portal back. And then we're going to kill the boss right here. And that is going to end your floor. That was perfectly executed. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to hop into the third and final wing. This one is a little bit different to start. When you start off, you're actually only looking for 1 out of 4. I'm going to hydrate soon. So we're going to go 1 out of 4, and then we're going to find the entrance. You get your 4 out of 4 on your 4th floor by the time we get to the boss. Now we're just going to hunt for the next room. Here it is. So we're going into the next room. So we got one of these portals again. So now you have to split up your team. 2 need to go into one portal, and then 2 need to go into the other portal here. If you're doing this in a group, if you're doing this with only 2 people, each person has to go into the same portal first and then the next portal after. So you're going to stand on your little platform over here. Come over here. Stand on your platform. Whenever you see a glowy platform, always stand on it. Pretty much the rules of this whole entire dungeon. So we're going to put in our ward stones here. Ward stone, ward stone. And then we can go back up. And we're going to keep on moving through. Good thing I'm stealth. Sneaky, sneaky. I can get some water. Okay. Now, let's work on finding... I think we just need to find the Chamber of Echoes. I don't think our Khosras are in here, Treasury Wards. I think this one we're just going to move on to the next phase. Oh, no, I was wrong. This one, we got our 2 out of 4. So we're just going to head into the next zone now. Same thing. So what this is going to do here, when you kill this guy, you pick up your counterspell stone. Stand here, you wait for this to come at you, and then you just attack it. You shoot it back, it opens up a portal for this one here. That is going to be super key in the next couple fights, because that is a huge part of this. We're going to have to find those, and we're going to have to reflect them back onto the bosses. So you got to stay alive. You got to avoid some stuff. You got to watch out for those slams, because those slams hurt. We're just staying alive until we get one of those guardians to spawn. And once the guardian spawns, we're going to pick it up. We got a counterspell shield here. So now we just need to wait for one of them to launch an attack, which is right here. We reflect the attack back, and now you can go into the portal here. And then we can kill the boss. So now we're going to go back up. We're going to grab the counterspell, and we're going to kill the teleport guardian because they come back down. So now I have a counterspell, and I have the guardian here. Oh, we got the counterspell there. Okay. So hop into that, reflect that back. Okay, I'll grab it right here. We'll grab the revive. So reflect that back. If you have that spell there, Perfect. Just keep on tapping the attack button. If you need to, just stand in the way of it and then keep on tapping that attack button. Okay, so we missed. So we'll grab the next one that comes out right here. Grab that. And we'll just wait for the next wave to go right here. And then you die. Don't mess it up like that. These things are hurt quite a bit, so we just got to make sure that you stay out of the way of them. We got these here. We got that. So we knocked it back. You're going to stand inside of the circle here. And then we're going to kill the boss. Kill him dead. And then we're going to go back up to the top, and then we can move on to the next phase. Get your gear, get your loot. And if you guys need to, for that phase, if you want, all you got to do is put on something like Tyrion's Might. Get your resistances back up. That's the reason I'm dying, is because it's shadow damage. If I put on Tyrion's Might, we go up to basically 85%, and I wouldn't take so much damage. So I was running under armor, under resistance cap, and it does make a difference. As you can see, I was taking quite a bit of damage there. And if you guys want to, I've been trying to figure this out now, because somebody was saying that like on the PTR, somewhere you were able to do something like called upgrading health potions. I don't know. I've been looking for a guide for it for like, I don't know, but probably like a year and a half now, however long the game's been out for, and I can't figure out how to do it. I can't find it yet, so I don't think it even exists. Okay, last fight. This is the final boss fight of the Dark Citadel. How this is going to work, the boss is going to come down, going to teleport us into another room. When we get teleported into the other room, we're going to go to something similar to this right here. There's going to be 2 platforms to stand on. You have to stand on them, but make sure you don't get hit by the dark, basically like a little mark on the ground. It's going to shoot a beam out or drop a circle on it or something like that. Once you have 2 people stand on each of them, you click on the little portal. It's going to shoot a beam at the boss. The boss can now be attacked. You attack the boss, you get teleported back up to the top. Then each person is going to stand inside one of these. You'll get your little timer above. Everybody's going to grab their own specific symbol. Then they have to go find the ward stone that matches their symbol. Click on it. Then we get teleported back down again, and then you rinse and repeat those phases until the boss dies. So let's start it out, and we'll get this run going. The boss is going to come down. Big dramatic leap into the air. Big slam. Stand right here because this is where the portal is going to be. Hop into the portal. Come on down. Come on down. Head up here and stand on one of these platforms real quick. We open this up. And then we can click on the center here. Actually, sorry, we have to go attack the boss first. That's actually a super important part. Now, that is it right there. So we get the portal that goes up. If you miss the portal, just look out for your teleportation guardian. You can kill the teleportation guardian down the bottom, and then they'll bring you back up to the top if you need it. So now we have a little timer going here. We just have to kill enough ads to get these siphons to activate. Once they activate, then we go and stand inside of each one of them. So everybody takes their own. So you can use a little mini map to see who's in which one. And then everybody stands in theirs until theirs is active. Once it's active, you can see the Guardian here. You're going to kill the Ritual Guardian. Now the Ritual Guardian, that matches my symbol. So the symbol above my head matches the Ritual Stone. So I'm going to click on the Ritual Sigil here, and now it activates it. So everybody is going to have to do their own here. If somebody dies, the Ritual Sigil is sitting over here. We just have to revive them, but it has to match. So find the one that matches yours. So someone come over down here. You can see it on the mini map on the ground. So come over here and match yours in. Click on the Ritual Stone, and then we are good to go. The boss should come down to the middle. And we're going to go back up. Okay, so we have to do this phase again with your Guardian here. We're going to kill the Guardian. We're going to grab the Counterspell Stone. I'm going to put Tyrell's Might back on here. We're going to just reflect this back. Now the boss is going to come back to the center and is going to do the portal. So we'll stand in the portal, head back down. We should be able to attack the boss right here, which is what we skipped last time. So make sure you don't skip it. Once he goes immune, then we stand here, click on the center, click on the conduit there. Once conduit is active. So it should have teleported us back up, but we'll just have to wait for our little Guardian to spawn. Here's the Guardian, so everybody comes over here. Hop back into the portal. Going back up to the top. Now we're going to kill some ads. And then rinse and repeat. And that's kind of the fight. It's not too bad. So now we all get our own symbols. We all go back to our own little spot here. We each take the same one, make it easy, just to remind, just as a really good way to do it. You just all go to the same spot. We're going to stand aside and wait for this to go. You're going to get your Guardians again. We're going to kill our Guardians. Then we're going to match up our symbols. Here's my Guardian. Now, your Guardian may not match your symbol, right? So my ritual symbol doesn't match here. So now I have to go find my ritual symbol. Everybody clicks on their ritual symbol. Boss is going to come down and do the reflecting bubbly thingy. Another official term of Blizzard. I talked to the dev team. That's what they want it to be called. The reflecting bubble thingy. So we're going to be doing that next. Wait for our reflecting bubble thingy guy to spawn. Once he spawns right here, you're going to grab your Counterspell Stone, and then you're just going to stand in the way, and then you're just going to attack it back. Now he's going to come and stand right here. We're going to get pulled down to the next floor. We're going to kill him some more. More killing. More bossing. Okay. And then we all stand here. Click on the little symbol there. And then we got to stand on the boss again. So that just went off. We got to go back up to the top. We're going to get our last phase here. Kill some ads. Dark Citadel is probably the longest of all of the stuff that is inside of this game. Now we're going to stand at our little trees, little siphons, little thingamajiggers. The good news is you don't have to do it all in one sitting. We're doing it all in one go tonight, but you don't have to do it all. Once you have completed a wing, you never have to go. You don't have to complete the other ones. It saves that wing as being completed for you. So once you do that, if you wanted to do it all in one night, whoops, I gotta go back to the correct one, not the wrong one. Okay, over in the corner over here. So they always spawn in the same spots, so you know where to go look on the maps. Okay, let's find our reflective bubble thingy. We can go down. But your progress gets saved every wing that you do. So if you don't have enough time to run all of it, you can run one wing, then you do the next wing the next day, and then the next wing the day after. That is absolutely doable, which is a really cool option because of how long it takes. All right, somebody want to try reflecting? You guys can grab that. You can see what it feels like. So it takes a little bit of time to get the timing down, right? But you have to just do it when the ball is about to get to you. Okay, so let me grab this here so we don't die, because we got that timer coming up. Okay, so you just wait till the ball's here, then you click on the button. And now we're going to get teleported down again. Once we get teleported down, this will be the final phase. We're going to kill the boss down to 0 life. And then when he's going to teleport us right back up to the top. And there you go. That is all 3 of the wings of the Dark Citadel. That is a tier 4 run. And look at that, a 3-star ancestral ring. What do you guys think that 3-star ring is gonna be? If you made it this far, that is a complete run of the Dark Citadel. They're about 15 minutes per wing. You do not have to complete the wings all together. You can do one at a time. You can do one day, one the next day, one the day after that. I'm live on YouTube and Twitch every night. At the start of the stream right now, I'm doing community carries. We're doing one run every single night with a group of 3 people. So hop into the live stream, come and say hi, get your Dark Citadel runs in. Catch you on the clip side.